Welcome to the Opinionistics podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Faye. And then there's Jame, there's Risk 11. What are you guys up to?
So, guys, let me explain what the Opinionistics podcast is. The Opinionistics podcast is another podcast of ours. As you know, the Sketch Network has multiple different podcasts, from the Evenings with Faithy to Team Sketch podcast to the Risk 11 podcast to the Jamie Loney show, and we've also got a bunch of others that we're working on in the future. By the time you guys see this episode, it'll probably be May 5th.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because we're bulk. In case you guys didn't know, we're bulk releasing episodes. So you guys, it's the 8th of April today, guys. But by when we launch this, it'll be the 5th of May.
Right, guys, you got it once again. You broke the space-time continuum, like you did in the season 1 finale of the Illuminate show. You melon. Done it again. Why don't you learn?
So, Faithy, what do you think?
So, we will come off as unhinged. Meaning...
This is what the Opinionistic show is. This is a podcast where we can talk our free speech. We're not censoring ourselves here.
But,
well, we kind of are, but...
We're gonna have a discretion on... I'm gonna pre-record a discretion so that, you know... So that people are aware that if you are sensitive to strong opinions, leave. Well,
political beliefs.
I mean, this is what this podcast is about. Strong opinions that people may or may not agree with.
Strong conservative
They gotta keep that in mind.
Strong liberal people, strong Democrat, strong Republican, strong independent people, of all sorts of
political views.
Yeah.
It might be cool to have a Republican, some politicians on this podcast.
I guess.
Just to talk about their views.
Put that note back up there. I hate sticky notes.
Jamie, anything you want to start talking about?
Well, I do have a couple of boxes that, it's a tasty, delicious treat, and it's very cool, I guess.
So, Faithy, how's your day been?
I woke up not too long ago. I was sick last night, and I passed out. It was that bad.
That's a shame.
Yeah. But now I'm fine. I had a piece of cake this morning, yeah.
You had a pizza cake?
A piece of cake.
What on earth is a pizza cake?
No, it's
cake that looks... That's a cake that's like a pizza? Shaped as a pizza?
No,
I've never heard of that in my life.
It was a frosted chocolate cake. It was actually delicious.
Oh, okay. That sounds delicious.
Have a healthy relationship with food.
Yes, you do. Don't we all, Faith? Don't we all?
I'm so fixated.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Faith, why don't I ask you guys a question?
Go on.
Yeah.
I'm pausing for dramatic effect.
You do realize it's going to get edited out, right?
Hey, Faithy. So basically, what do you guys think? Do you think Twitter is biased when it comes to freedom of speech?
Very much so. I feel like they lean way left. It's like to the point where you can't even say, "Oh, I support pro-life." Oh, you can't have a strong opinion without putting sugar on it.
Would you say that's involved with every single social media platform?
No.
Yes.
Even Facebook and YouTube.
I mean, every social media platform has its own quirks and its way of promoting what information gets passed around to each user.
Do you think that we have to censor ourselves on certain podcasts?
Very much so.
Yep.
Yeah, to some extent, yeah.
Unfortunately.
I mean, and there are some platforms that are known for heavy censoring. So, TikTok, for instance, they're the biggest offenders of content censoring. With whatever
it's Chinese, it's running the country of China, where they like to censor and control their own public. So,
it's what they do.
What's the surprise there? So, Faithy,
There isn't much we can
Any
do.
questions you would like to ask?
So, what do you think about Pixar's latest inventions?
Maybe dive deep into it, because I don't really know. I've really watched
Turning
Pixar
Red.
movies since Toy Story.
Turning Red.
Oh, right, Turning Red. Okay.
That red panda is fucking adorable. I want a plushie.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
If I said I want...
I mean, to be honest, Turning Red is a very decent film, but in my opinion, I think it feels kind of cheesy in a way, but maybe that's the own unique quirk to it.
Afie,
Yeah.
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched the movie Ready Player One?
No.
I think you'd enjoy it. It's got so many pop culture references. I'm pretty sure Mark Zuckerberg. I'm pretty sure Mark Zuckerberg is basing the metaverse off it.
I might
He's
have
taking his next business idea from a movie, which is hilarious. I think that's how Mark Zuckerberg got the idea for the metaverse, by literally watching Ready Player One.
That's just how it is. Play around, no one knows.
To be honest, I haven't watched many movies the past few years. You know, I was thinking about watching Turning Red because it's a metaphor for a girl's side of puberty. Let's just say that. You know, I
thought
feel...
Big Mouth, if you wanted a show to talk about puberty, you should check out Big Mouth. It's funny. There's a scene where, like, literally one of the kids tries to have you-know-what with his own cousin, which is hilarious. But funny, but weird.
But
like, Big Mouth is a funny show.
As I was saying...
Big Mouth? Is
Big
that
Mouth.
a thing?
Yeah, Netflix. Big Mouth.
Oh, okay.
The TV show created by Nick Kroll.
Cool. Oh dear.
Any other questions you want to ask, you two?
In the meantime, what I was talking about is Turning Red. You know, I've read a little bit of articles on it, and I read quite a bit about it, and I heard quite a bit about it. You know, I actually want to watch it because,
what platform is it on?
I don't know. You know, I have to do. I don't.
It's in movies right now, so
yeah,
gotta wait a couple months before you can watch it online or stream it.
What company was it made by? Because it was made by Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be on Disney Plus because Pixar is owned by Disney.
Yeah.
So it'll be a Disney Plus exclusive for.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because because Steve Jobs used to own Pixar and he sold that to Disney years ago, and he became the biggest shareholder until he died. But yeah. So any other question? So Faith, any other movies you've been interested or TV shows you've been interested in watching?
Well, I'm gonna continue to talk about Turning Red. You know, to be honest, to have a family-friendly movie for girls to watch, mainly it's catered towards girls. You know, I believe there's some women in this world that want to eliminate the shame of ladies going through puberty. And that's a beautiful thing to me because that really touched my heart because when I was in the 5th grade, I started the Red Panda. Let's just say it. The period.
Okay.
Well, actually, I started in 4th grade, but then I didn't know I started it until, you know, I
How did you name it?
You know what? It sneaks up on you like, surprise, motherfucker.
So what, is it just try and give you a surprise bear hug? Like, how do you even know that it's happening to you?
Well, sometimes it sneaks up on you. If you let me explain.
No, sorry.
You know, sometimes you don't feel cramps, sometimes you don't feel anything. It sneaks up on you. You know, you're not wearing
the wetness of it, like, wouldn't you feel the wetness of it?
Sometimes you don't feel that. But, you know, when it gets really heavy, you will. And, you know, growing up, the period was not anything we talked about. Not even my own mother would talk to me about it. My dad had to. And when I was in 5th grade, I started mine. I didn't have any lady material. I had to play it off as if I sat on a red marker. So I got on the bus.
It's not on a red marker. That's an interesting analogy.
Or red pen. I think I said red pen or something. But
red marker. That's what you said.
Yeah, something red. I sat on. So
what do you think about Korean TV shows?
No, I was not done. But I was,
Okay.
this is the time when, I was also the fat kid, and I still kind of am.
You're not.
But anyways, I hopped on. I got on the bus to go home, and a group. Actually, this happened.
A bunch of assholes, I'm guessing.
This happened when I was in the 4th grade. Because they were 5th graders. A group of 3 5th graders were making fun of me. Did you start your period? And oh no, they were mocking me. They were making fun of me, and I was upset. I was scared, and I said, no, I just sat on something red, and I was embarrassed. I was scared, and when I got home, I had to wash off and all that stuff. Growing up, as a girl, you were shamed for having a period. You were shamed for being on your period, made fun of. It's like, that shouldn't be a thing. It's natural because without our, when a woman goes through puberty, she has an egg in her, and it dies every month, and it becomes a new one. She's shedding her lining, and she's starting to go over new. I know you guys don't want to hear that. I know it sounds gross, but if you have a woman,
I don't mind.
If you have a woman in your life, it's something you must know. It's something. It's like we cramp because it's shedding, and there's a bunch of hormones going on in the brain, and it's.
Is that the reason why most girls love chocolate during that time?
Actually, you're craving for sweet, salty stuff. That's a sign, and when you're experiencing, let's say, tender chest.
Is there certain apps to track when it's going to happen? It's like a lunar cycle.
Personally, since this is the unhinged version, I'm not used to being unhinged on another podcast, but my own stuff.
I think you need this, Faithy.
But I'm going to show you guys.
Talk. So, Faithy,
I track mine on the health app on iOS.
Just the Apple trying to help you with a health app.
Let me show you guys something.
Doesn't surprise me, to be honest, the fact that Amazon's trying to get into to learn about the female cycle. Not one bit.
This is what we use. A calendar that says.
These will get into anything these days.
What day?
Making all these moolah.
They want to get into your bank details, clearly, because they're creating their own credit. They've created their own credit card.
Every month.
They want to be the company that provides you guys with having to buy buying products and buying stuff online.
But every month, a woman has. Technology is a great thing. These cycle apps are really good to have. I used to have, a bunch of.
Did you used to have fun trying to track when's it going to happen? Were you playing a guessing game with a calendar when it was going to happen?
I mean, I would try to predict it, but I used to use an app called Eve, and it was pretty damn good at predicting it. But I wasn't pretty good. It happens every 27 to 30 days. Sometimes it gets super duper late.
So how do you tell when's it going to be a big one? When's it going to be a very rough one? When's it going to be just a small one? Is it just a 50-50 chance of what's going to happen?
To be honest, if you have an irregular period like me and my sister, that's a sign that you probably have other problems. But that's not going to be discussed right now. That's something I might discuss.
Do you have other problems?
Well, to be honest, your period is affected by your moods, your stress level. If you have extra cortisol, either it comes early or become super duper late. And I've had one of those months where I was 2 weeks late. And my
Is
sister...
that because were you worried that you were going to get pregnant? That's what was 2 weeks late.
No. Thing is, the one thing in my life is that I never had to worry that I'd be pregnant because I don't, sleep around with anyone. I don't sleep around, and I believe that I believe that thing happens when I believe intercourse should be a meaningful thing to anyone. If that person is special.
So I'm guessing wait till marriage. Okay.
Or if you're engaged.
Cool.
When someone loves you for you, it's a soul connection too.
Mate, give me a second.
But anyways, your period cycle is affected by stress levels in the brain, and your brain is like, should I start it now? And your chemicals are having a little battle. All right. So
are they fighting for dominance, Faithy?
Kind of. Let's just say the woman has extra estrogen. She's ruled by estrogen, and sometimes women have testosterone. That's when and then guys have extra testosterone. That's why their voice is so low.
Can I ask you something, Faithy?
Yeah. Sorry.
I want your honest opinion. What happens to women? When women want to go through a sex change, become a man. What happens when they've got when they have a monthly cycle? Do they still have their periods, or what happens there?
Well, they have two options. They could just display the look of a man and have surgery and buy the hormones later on, or they could buy the hormones now, and if they take testosterone, it will start their period.
Why don't you take testosterone?
Because, well, when I was younger, I was confused too, but testosterone, you'd have to be 16 in some places. In my state, they're very conservative, so you really wouldn't have much of a choice. I don't think you'd be able to do that. Well, maybe now you can, but when I was growing up, I thought about, I was like, I don't feel comfortable as a woman because I was confused growing up. I was insecure. I was like,
are you still confused?
No.
Good.
Pretty good.
I'm sorry for the slight stutter in the podcast.
It's fine. Just be you.
But
Opinionistics about sharing one's truth. And opinion.
When I got when I started, I was scared. I thought I was dying, like most girls. And like I said, turning red, people are hating on turning red because that's not family appropriate. It's like, but these girls are growing up not knowing.
Stuff that girls are going to need to know.
They start it. It's like they think they're going to die. I think no matter who you are, if you have a baby girl, you got to be prepared to tell her about it. My mom, she had two baby girls, and she wasn't good at.
And one that she gave up. One guy, I think it was a guy or a daughter that she gave up years ago before you.
Well, that's.
That she regrets.
My mom, very, very, probably in the mid-90s, she had an abortion. I could have had an older brother. I could have had a way older sister.
Would she been a good role model to you, your little?
But in the same time, my mom wasn't ready to be a mom, and I think whenever she had me and my sister, I still think she probably wasn't really ready.
I don't think she was either, if I'm truly being honest with you. I don't think, if you look at it from that aspect, is anybody really ready to be a parent?
Well, some parents are ready to be parents. They want to be parents.
There's a difference between want and being ready. Like you and me might want to be parents, but are we really ready?
To be honest, I'm not ready to
That's
become
a good point.
mom.
I'm not.
I know.
I want to live my life and be successful. A baby's going to be the worst thing I want right now.
In the next few years, I'm not ready to become a mom. And I'm scared of it because of my mom. I love my mom dearly. I love her, you know. When she's away from the substances, she's an angel.
I get you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you must have a lot of support to get rid of substances like that. And I feel bad because I don't know how to support her with it.
She's getting rid of what?
She's not going to because she doesn't want to. The person that wants to get rid of the substance in their life, they have to want to, and my mom doesn't want to. She wants to, but she doesn't really want to. If that makes any sense. To get over addiction, you must want to give up the addiction. You must really be...
It's the same, by the way, if you look at the concept, it's the same way it's like losing weight. You've got to want to lose weight. I think you know this as well, Faithy.
Yes. You know, it's a lot harder to overcome binge eating. You know, food.
It's easy to say you're going to do it, but put it into practice in words, put it into practice and actually doing something is a lot harder. It's the same with everything. Like, take it for example, starting a podcast is not easy.
It's
and
when you've
got to do it
habit.
To get stuff done.
When you form a schedule, a habit, and then, you know, of course things happen in life, and it
becomes natural to you. It becomes second nature. It's like driving. Like, once you learn to drive, it becomes second nature. Wouldn't you say, Faithy?
Some people, yeah, it becomes second nature. Some people are slower at learning, like I was, because I was scared.
I was slow as well, Faithy, but I learned. Kind of had to. Because I couldn't rely on a bus. I honestly couldn't. I don't like relying on people. Do you like relying on others, Faithy?
No.
Neither do I. So, Faithy, can I ask you something? What's your what do you think about Korean TV shows? Korean romance TV shows?
I don't really watch any of those.
I do. I love them. I was watching one last night. It was really cool. It was about a CEO and all that. That a girl that a girl that down on her sticks, poor Korean woman, and like a big successful Korean like entrepreneur that has his own cleaning company. And then apparently, the guy apparently has a phobia, and he's a germaphobe. So you'd like him, Faithy, because you're a germ freak, aren't you? You don't like germs.
I mean, I have my limits of filthiness. You know, my room is dirty right now because I've been working.
No, I mean this guy's like obsession is like sociopathic. Like it's serial killer insane.
I mean.
Righty-ho. Let's go.
So, Faithy, or Jamie, any other questions you guys want to ask?
There is one thing on my mind.
What?
So, have you heard of the wiggly finger trick?
Yes, you taught us that on the last podcast.
Which last podcast? You need to be specific.
I think yours or mine.
I
think it was the team sketch one. Could have been your one, or it could have been mine. One of them.
That's not good enough risk. That's what you get. You pay the price, you know.
I think season 2.
Season 2 what?
Team sketch episode 14, wasn't it? Maybe 8. I don't know. Like one season, we've done so many episodes, Jamie. Like I alone have done 70 podcasts on my own personal.
Even I can keep track of my own episodes. Like I remember Hanyuta, you know Hanyuta Ula from, you know, she was great.
Part of the reason why
she's the fucking perky, like she's the perky like pop star, ain't she?
Yeah. Ben Bressington. Oh, he was a great one.
Which one?
Ben Bressington.
Don't remember that one.
He was in the he was in the last episode of season 1.
When are we doing the teams? When are we doing like the second season of the Jamiloni podcast final?
The season finale.
Yeah,
we're doing it next Thursday. So
you said that last Thursday. On Thursday.
No.
before.
Okay, Jame. What time?
2 weeks from now. Last week I said. So now, next Thursday, a week from now, we're gonna start recording for the season finale.
Okay, I'm down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we need to start. I suppose we should start recording blockbusting. Start recording episodes for this season.
Oh yes, absolutely. I got it all set for them.
What time is it on next week?
So assuming we're doing the Team Sketch podcast Thursday 7:30 British time as usual, I'm thinking 8:30. The time we should start recording for the season finale.
Okay, that's perfect because I should be able to join.
I think
Right.
we do need to start finding like a original. We do need to start So who's the main host for this Opinionistics podcast? I guess you and me. I guess, and then Eric.
Didn't we originally
now.
have Eric and Asparagus? But
Yes.
we
Yeah,
weren't
but
sure about
Asparagus is
Asparagus because he was
focusing on
busy
his
with his
YouTube
YouTube channel.
He needs to focus on his YouTube channel. Like he's at
made note of
1,800 subs,
Yeah,
and he's doing two. He's
it's
doing.
too good to give up that opportunity right now. He's got to keep going when he still can.
Yeah, he should be prioritizing his YouTube channel. He shouldn't be doing a podcast at this time. He needs to focus on great content because he's making views right now. And if he fucks that, he's lost. His channel's fucked. He needs to keep that grinding.
Fucked.
But he'll need to boost up the hype again.
Yeah.
I still don't get how you got 100k views on that Instagram account. You should be doing that for us, not him.
Nah.
Listen, here's the thing. You never come to me about social media accounts, so why are you complaining?
I got
you never
this.
asked me to do.
Good point.
That's the thing.
That's me signed into
point.
That's not even
account.
mentioning the fact you'll give me access to those accounts to help you grow. You know.
I know.
That's another thing.
It's on me.
It's all on you, Risk. It's all on you.
Well, I was
Still
on.
can't believe you got
So bad.
108. I still can't believe you did a video of 180k. Fucking hell, mate.
Mad.
Yeah. That's
100
higher than the
days.
numbers that you do on your personal account.
Oh yes, my account's doing pretty well. It's like hundreds to a couple thousand views each video. It's pretty wild.
More than what I do. Like I do about like 800. I do like about 8, maybe like a couple thousand, like on certain videos. They're good.
Yeah.
Maybe we should we start doing theme pages like what you're doing with that one, but for us, should we start doing theme pages? Like I was thinking, like doing stuff like that. Would that be a good idea for us, or should we just stick to doing our own content? I'm not so sure we could build a brand off it, but we'd definitely be able to generate views.
Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you again.
Aw. Faithy, did
I
I?
don't get.
I didn't know.
Potentially see. Sounds like a little anime girl.
That's what I was gonna say. You sound like an anime, a Korean girl sneezing.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you are meant to be a voice actor, Faithy.
Not
I guess so.
very-
Yeah.
Not very funny, Risk. No, I'm not.
No, it's not funny. It's actually kind of accurate. You did sound like an anime girl when you did sneeze. That was awful, Risk. That was awful. You would not be getting the job.
So who's going to be narrating our books next year, Faithy?
I guess I
'Cause
will.
we're gonna have to... Okay. So how do you want to go about promoting it when we publish it on Amazon?
What?
In case you guys didn't know, we're working on books as well.
I'm gonna narrate it through Audible. I mean, not Audible. Fuck. Audacity. That's what it's called. Audacity. Or I
Okay.
might just film myself narrating it, and then I might
Try Audacity and make it look
save
sound
the.
good.
See,
So what are you going to do for the trailer?
I don't know yet. But honestly, last night while I was on my way home, I was, busy, making promotional videos for the team, so I could upload them here and there, so we could get a little bit more surface.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I think we need to. I definitely think you and me we need to start uploading to the Instagram more.
I just need to.
Yep.
I think Jamie will give you access, and you can start helping us upload content and building up our viewership on bits.
Cool.
There's clearly 100k. There's clearly something we can build.
I don't mean to be rude.
Well, at least a couple thousand would do us.
I don't really want to be rude, but every time I'm speaking, you're still interrupting me, Risk. I appreciate you listening to me. I appreciate you asking me these questions, but when I'm speaking and trying to get an idea out, when I find you kind of interrupting me mid-sentence half the time.
I'm sorry.
You never learn, Risk. You never learn.
That's the way I'm, Faithy.
And it does not help
I'm a bulldozer. Stutter.
It does not help my stutter one bit. And I'm being serious.
You really are a strong woman. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. You're a strong man. John May's a strong man. I appreciate everybody in the team.
I'm the alpha. What are you talking about?
I mean, the way you speak to some people, it gives off...
Risk, you can't call yourself the alpha if you admit you call yourself the alpha. No, it doesn't work like that. You gotta own it, not say it. It's that simple.
Oh. Nah, I'm joking.
Oh, that's rich.
So when you look at the company, if you look at this as a company, Faithy, your role is to help me. You're the chairman, so you look after me, make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Jamie.
Oh my gosh.
Jamie, you be in charge of podcast stuff with podcasts and all that.
I'm biting my lip here so I don't speak over you. You should do the same for me. Thank you.
I'll do the same for you.
When I blink excessively, that's a sign.
That's when you want to kill me.
That's a sign I want to speak.
Okay.
But anyways, I don't want to put labels on anyone. We know for a fact that Owen and I found Team Sketch. And then John may come along, and then Eric and everybody else, and then we had to kind of hit the reset.
And we had to beat them out.
We had to drain the swamp. Trump reference.
Trump's a good person. What do you mean?
He's a little narcissistic, but
So am I. Get a grip.
I mean...
You're on thin ice, Risk.
In some extent, he should have... I mean, in some extent, if he was going to be a presidential... in a presidential role, he probably could have kind of calmed it down on Twitter a little bit. That got him in trouble. And now we have it... Now we have...
What would you rather have? Would you rather have a dullard that's freaking retarded that can't even speak, or have him?
I'm not saying.
Have Trump.
I'm not saying that I want what we have in office now, but I like having Trump in office because he did know how to fix the economy, but at the same time he didn't know how to really keep his public image safe.
Faithy, you can't cherry pick who you get. You get who you get.
I know.
With Trump,
can't.
it's the same with Elon.
Everybody has their flaws.
You get his Twitterness, and it's freaking inept to freaking connect with his own freaking audience.
But
we can't cherry pick who people are.
I'm not saying every leader has their flaws. I have my flaws. You have your flaws. And sometimes, in order to fix something of yours, you gotta admit that it's an issue that you have.
I don't think him tweeting is an issue. What would you rather have? Someone that doesn't communicate with his countrymen.
No, I wasn't finished speaking. I'll
Okay.
go again. No, I'm not saying I didn't appreciate the transparency, because I really did. But he said things in such a wrong manner. He could have said things a little bit nicer, or could have kind of... Because he was the president, if he wasn't...
You do realize he's like me, but that cuts the bullshit and just gets on with it, right?
Well, you put it like that, I guess it does kind of make sense in a way. I'm just saying.
In a way, as I said before, I appreciated the transparency, but however, it was expressed a little bit on the. It could have been expressed a lot better, cleaner.
Probably could have, but
that's what got him in trouble.
Change who people are.
If you're in power, you got to know how to, kind of speak to people.
What? So you mean shape yourself to be in their fucking narrative?
No, you have to.
That's what you're suggesting.
You have to kind of come off as, because people will take things in the wrong way if you if you talk to yourself and say, "Does this sound right? Could I say it another way so this could be perceived as something right?" Something that seems...
I just think it's you guys' little woke culture in America that, you cannot say this, it's going to hurt someone's feelings. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Remember, there's a certain system we must follow. Cool?
I'm gonna whack you with a tuna sub.
You wish.
No.
No, I'd be worried about your risk. Tuna sub are pretty lethal in this day and age.
You wish.
You might want to quit.
I actually want to squeeze the shit out of someone with a tuna sub. He wasn't able to walk for days. He was screwed.
The bread is gonna be super stout, and when I whack your face, when I whack the assholery out of you, you're gonna become a nicer man.
I'm so quirky.
I am a nicer man. What are you on about? I'm the CEO of Team Sketch.
I had enough of your assholery.
Oh. Calm down. Don't get ahead of yourself, okay?
I am.
We're all a team, okay?
We are a team.
So you said, I'm the CEO of Team Sketch.
No.
Well, I am.
Plot twist, he's my bitch.
Cooperation is key.
Yes, I'm saying I'm the CEO, but it doesn't mean that we're not working as a team. I'm the guy that leads the
I never said you're the CEO. You act like you're Mr. CEO, but that's two different things.
Not really. I tell you, we do work as a team.
Yeah.
Yoy.
You're a team member, I'm a team member.
Nice.
Johnny's a team member.
She knows what's good.
We're all team members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. But one of us does lead.
For improvements.
We're a circle, not a pyramid.
Yes.
I never said we were a pyramid. There's one that leads, and the rest
like one.
You're not on top of the totem pole, or else the totem pole will fall over because
we're all part of the totem pole. Anybody that's a shareholder of this company is a part of the totem pole. Is a part of the hierarchy. Jesus Christ.
No, your ego is so big that if you were to be on top of the totem pole, it would fall over.
Fifi, you're beautiful.
No. You're not.
Yeah.
So.
You are so beautiful. You make me want to scream like paradise. You're so beautiful. You make me want to scream like paradise. Staring into your eyes. Staring like I'm in your face. Tell me, is it what to lie? Staring at one with disgrace. You look so pretty.
Shut the fuck up.
You look pretty in that hoodie.
You shut up.
Is it a design?
Arrogance makes the man weak and inferior. As always.
I thought it was a woman that makes a man weak and inferior. Well, certain types of women.
Risk, this is 2022, not 1954. Get your facts straight.
I said women can make men arrogant.
Yeah, you're an
That's not what
arrogant
you
cunt
said.
sometimes.
I said
Don't
certain
do
women
it.
make men. I didn't mean it in a mean way. If you guys misunderstood, that's fine.
Anyways, I logged into. Oh, and if you get a message from Gmail saying that it's been logged into, that was me logging in.
I know. Don't worry. I do
That was
check. I was worried. I do
me.
worry about our accounts.
They're
'Cause,
safe,
you know-
my guy. They're safe.
I do like what we're doing here at Team Sketch. And I do think that we're a good team. We all have a role to play. We're all teammates. We all have this role to play together.
I gotta get a notebook because I hate having sticky notes all over.
Why don't you make a note? Why don't you have like fucking words? Or
I don't.
notepads.
I don't
a notepad
like.
thing on your phone.
I don't really like to use that because I like to have the page as an open book, and I don't have to search for my notes through Google Documents because I have to watch out for multiple accounts.
Jesus Christ, you really are a boomer. Okay, boomer.
Like I'm gonna have to buy like 5 different notebooks. One
Why?
to write times that I cut out, and another to write down notes. Actually, I got
One to
write
tell
down
schedule like how many
dates.
guests you've got for the week.
And then
Rivers.
if it's according to the schedule, I was working on a Google Calendar so I could share with everybody. Matter of fact, I put everybody's email into there. They should have access to that Google Calendar so that they could add through it. So I could look over it in one thing instead of relying heavily on the Discord and having to scroll. I need everything in one picture so I could see it crystal clear. And I don't forget, because before I had a stable schedule, I had to rely heavily on legions. I had to heavily rely on the work schedule, and I would forget what days, where is where, where I'm scheduled and who is scheduled, but now it's a steady schedule, I have to check it. But I check it once a week to make sure nothing's changed.
So how long's this episode been going for?
45 and 10 seconds.
Faithy, I hope you guys don't realise that. I hope you guys realise I'm joking when it comes to the CEO part. Of course, I know I'm the boss of this, but I do like to treat you guys like you guys are potentially. You guys are great people that I like to work with, and I think you guys are really great. And I think we're going to build something really awesome together.
I believe you were wrong on one of the things you said. You are not my boss. And I am not your boss.
You guys are not I'm not your guys' boss, but anybody that comes past you guys, I am.
We are a network of content creators. We are our own bosses.
We are equals.
Not when it comes to our content that we create. When it comes to your individual content, yeah, you are the boss. But when it comes to our podcast and when it comes to the stuff that we do as groups, there's someone that does take precedent. But when it comes to individual content, you have all free creative control. Same with your podcast, you have all free creative control.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the stuff when it comes to managerial decisions or stuff we need to add, there's going to be a precedent where it's going to be me and Faithy that deal with that.
Fair enough.
So Faithy, you there?
Yes, I'm just taking a few notes. I hate sticky notes.
We're equals, Faithy. We're all equals. The only difference is that me and Faithy will have when we do take this public, me and Faithy will have a bigger share, but that's the only difference. So Faithy, if we ever take this thing public, what are you going to do with your money? With it?
Invest it, put it into the group. And then some of it
That's what I'm doing right now.
Some of it,
I forgot to tell you
aside.
guys, like, Team Sketch has assets under management. We have, like, I think I sent Faithy a amount of shares, like how much that I'm willing to donate, but out of my personal stake, I'm willing to, in certain things, I'm willing to give up. I think, like, I've got a couple shares of certain stuff, like, I think one share of Solana, which is worth about £100 right now, but I think 2-3 years from now, it'll be worth 1,000. I'm perhaps going to be giving away like a couple thousand, so like I'm going to still keep control of the stuff I'm giving, but like when it comes time to it, or when they reach a certain amount of price, I will sell them, and I will take some profits, and that'll be funds we can use for the team. Faithy,
yeah,
you're great. You're a great team. I believe in everybody here.
We all do.
If I didn't believe in anybody here, I wouldn't have freaking brought you guys into the team. And I think at the end of the day, we're the original three.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't for me and Faithy, I don't think. It wasn't for our Team Sketch, I don't think we would have as much podcast as we've got now. We wouldn't have the audio series that we've got now.
Mm-hmm.
Faithy, congrats to us all for 1 year of Team Sketch.
2 more days, guys.
May the next year be more as fruitful.
Here's to another fruitful year.
Yep.
2 more days until it's the first anniversary of Team Sketch.
What are we doing for the first anniversary of Team Sketch? So that technically we launched our first ever podcast, first ever Team Sketch podcast last year. And how many do we have under us now? About 5? About 4, 5, something like that. It's amazing what we've done.
About 4.
We've got about like 70 videos on YouTube now. Took a look at that, but either way, guys, I think we'll end this episode here, and we can go film the evenings with Faithy.
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Yay!
Faithy.
And you guys take care.
This has been the Opinionistics podcast. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. We're going to have multiple episodes. We're going to have about 10 more for season 1 soon, so see you guys on May 5th.
I hope you guys enjoy your chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. I'm kidding. I don't.
Yeah.
May the 5th.
And until next time, stay opinionated.